Role-playing games are more than just a genre. They are entire worlds filled with adventure, tough choices, and captivating stories. Over the past 5 years, the industry has given us dozens of incredible RPGs, but today, I'll be talking about the 20 best. From fantasy kingdoms to cyberpunk megacities, each of these games is worth your attention. I'll start with Mirthwood. If you love slow-paced, atmospheric RPGs with a focus on exploration, then Mirthwood is exactly what you need. The game transports you to a fantasy world where you can build your own settlement, farm, explore the map, and engage in battles. There's no strict linear story. Players are free to choose their own destiny, whether as a merchant, a warrior, or an explorer. One of the game's standout features is its deep life simulation system. Every NPC follows a daily routine, has relationships with others, and reacts to the player's actions. The game also features tactical turn-based combat, construction mechanics, and resource management elements, making it a unique mix of strategy and RPG. Wartales, a tactical RPG where you lead a band of mercenaries trying to survive in a harsh medieval world. Inspired by real-life medieval history, Wartales strips away traditional fantasy elements like magic and dragons. Instead, it presents a world of disease, hunger, brutal battles, and tough moral decisions. Combat is highly strategic. You'll need to carefully position your warriors, take advantage of terrain, and combine different abilities to win. But survival isn't just about fighting. Your mercenaries require food, pay, and morale management, making every decision critical. If you enjoy deep, tactical gameplay with a focus on realism, Wartales is a must-play. Solasta, Crown of the Magister. This game faithfully adapts the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules into a digital format, letting you create your own party of adventurers and set out on a journey filled with mysteries, traps, and epic turn-based battles. Here, combat is about more than just attacking. You must consider height, lighting, and the environment. Proper positioning can determine the outcome of a battle, and each character's unique abilities allow for creative tactical combos. Dialogues are influenced by character stats, and quests can be approached in multiple ways, making every playthrough feel fresh and unique. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. What if ghosts were a real threat and hunting them down was an everyday job? Ghosts of New Eden builds its entire concept around this idea. The protagonists are a duo of ghost hunters, protecting the living from supernatural forces until tragedy strikes. The heroine herself becomes a spirit, forcing the player to make a heartbreaking choice: save their beloved or continue their mission. The gameplay blends adventure RPG mechanics with detective thriller elements. As you explore the world, you'll encounter spirits, uncover their stories, find ways to banish them, and make choices that affect the story. Combat is also unique. The protagonist fights in classic action RPG style, while the ghostly companion wields supernatural abilities to aid in battle. Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter. The first Tales of Iron was a surprise hit among 2D action RPGs, and its sequel takes things even further. Once again, you'll step into a brutal world where noble rats fight for survival against ruthless enemies. This time, the story unfolds in the Frozen Lands, where the Rat Kingdom faces a new and deadly threat. Whiskers of Winter delivers challenging yet fair combat in a Souls-like style. Its hand-drawn environments create the atmosphere of a living storybook filled with intense, violent battles. The sequel expands the game world with new biomes, tougher enemies, and an even richer, more immersive experience. If you're looking for a visually stunning, tough, and rewarding RPG, this one is not to be missed. Dragon's Dogma 2. The long-awaited sequel to Capcom's RPG has arrived, and it does not disappoint. Dragon's Dogma 2 takes everything great from the original and expands on it. A larger world, deeper combat mechanics, and even more engaging companion interactions. You can climb onto giant monsters, mix and match classes, use the environment to your advantage in battle, and enjoy the incredible physics that add depth to every fight. The game's world feels truly alive. Travelers roam the roads, monsters hunt each other, and NPCs react to your actions, making each playthrough unique. If you've been looking for an epic fantasy adventure with one of the best combat systems in the genre and an engaging story, this is the game for you. While Dragon's Dogma 2 initially received mixed reviews due to poor optimization, the situation has improved significantly since launch. Like a dragon, infinite wealth. If you think the RPG genre is too serious and lacks humor, Infinite Wealth will change your mind. This game continues the story of Ichiban Kasuga, the charismatic hero of the Yakuza series, who once again finds himself caught up in a whirlwind of bizarre and hilarious events. This time, the story takes players beyond Japan to Hawaii, where Ichiban encounters new allies, dangerous enemies, and absurd side activities. Beyond the main plot, the game is packed with minigames, parodies, and unexpected twists. From wacky subplots to over-the-top combat moves, Infinite Wealth proves that turn-based RPGs can be just as fun and chaotic as action games. The Thaumaturge. Dark and atmospheric, the Thaumaturge takes players to an alternate early 20th century Warsaw, where magic, the occult, and political intrigue intertwine. You play as a Thaumaturge, someone who can see and control mysterious creatures, entities that grant their master unique abilities, affecting both combat and investigations. The game prioritizes storytelling, non-linear choices, and deep dialogue mechanics that allow players to uncover secrets and interact meaningfully with the world's inhabitants. Combat is turn-based and highly strategic, requiring careful consideration, as enemies are not just humans but supernatural beings as well. With its rich narrative and tactical battles, the Thaumaturge offers a unique and gripping RPG experience. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. This open-world RPG, based on the Tainted Grail board game, offers a dark reimagining of Arthurian legends. In this version of the myth, King Arthur is dead, and Britain has descended into chaos and darkness. The gameplay blends survival elements, exploration, and RPG mechanics. The world is filled with dangers, not just from wild creatures and bandits, but also from ancient curses, monstrous horrors, and magical anomalies. The combat system is reminiscent of the Elder Scrolls, but with a stronger focus on alchemy and resource management. Every choice affects the story, and the game's dark fantasy atmosphere makes for a truly immersive and thrilling adventure. Baldur's Gate 3. Without a doubt, Baldur's Gate 3 is one of the most significant RPGs of the last decade. Developed by Larian Studios, the game combines deep tactical combat, a non-linear story, and an incredibly immersive world where every decision has consequences. Built on the Dungeons & Dragons rule set, Baldur's Gate 3 allows you to create a unique character, assemble a party of companions, and embark on an epic journey. Quests can be approached in multiple ways, through diplomacy, deception, combat, or magic, giving players full freedom in how they experience the game. NPC interactions are astonishingly dynamic, making each character feel alive, while dialogue choices and decisions shape a deeply personal narrative. Additionally, the game offers a co-op mode, allowing friends to experience this incredible adventure together. ELEX 2, the sequel to the ambitious RPG from the creators of Gothic and Risen. ELEX 2 transports players back to a post-apocalyptic world where science fiction meets dark fantasy. The protagonist returns to protect the planet from a new threat, mysterious alien invaders bent on destruction. Unlike traditional RPGs with clear-cut heroes and villains, ELEX 2 features multiple factions, each with its own motivations and goals. Players can align with different groups, shaping the story and their characters' development. Combat is now more dynamic, and the addition of a jetpack adds a vertical element, allowing players to explore the world in 3 dimensions. Fans of old-school RPGs will appreciate the rich atmosphere and deeply immersive world. Tales of Arise. The Tales franchise is known for its unique blend of JRPG mechanics, fast-paced combat, and emotionally driven stories, and Tales of Arise is one of the strongest entries in the series. The game follows the struggle between two opposing worlds, with the protagonists coming from warring civilizations. Despite their differences, they must work together to change the fate of their people. Combat is fast and real-time, with each character having a unique fighting style. The ability to chain together powerful combos makes battles both exciting and strategic. Beyond combat, the game offers exploration, character progression, and a gripping narrative filled with unexpected twists. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2: Heart of Chornobyl. The long-awaited sequel to the cult classic S.T.A.L.K.E.R series takes players back to the Chernobyl exclusion zone, now on a much larger scale, with enhanced visuals and a brand new story. As a stalker, you'll explore abandoned ruins, scavenge for supplies, and face mutants, anomalies, and rival factions, all of which are just as deadly as the radiation itself. Survival mechanics have been greatly expanded, requiring players to carefully manage resources, maintain their weapons, and monitor radiation levels. The game retains the intense, eerie atmosphere of its predecessors, ensuring that every expedition into the zone feels tense and unpredictable. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is not just an RPG, it's a true survival experience in one of the most dangerous locations on Earth. Hogwarts Legacy. This open-world RPG lets players experience Hogwarts long before the events of the books, stepping into the shoes of a young wizard with a unique magical ability capable of uncovering ancient secrets hidden within the school's walls. The game offers deep character customization, house selection, spell learning, and combat against magical creatures and dark wizards. Beyond the main story, players can explore the Forbidden Forest, visit Hogsmeade, and engage in side quests. With a detailed progression system, potion making, dueling, and exploration, Hogwarts Legacy stands out as one of the most immersive RPGs in recent years. Avowed. From Obsidian Entertainment, the creators of Pillars of Eternity and the Outer Worlds, comes Avowed, a first-person RPG set in the world of Eora. Unlike the isometric perspective of Pillars of Eternity, this game offers a more immersive experience, blending deep storytelling with dynamic combat and exploration. Players can fully customize their character, choose from a variety of magic and combat abilities, and explore vast, open zones filled with secrets, dangerous foes, and complex NPC interactions. Some characters can even become companions, adding depth to the journey. One of the game's standout features is its spellcasting system, where magic isn't just for combat, it's also used to interact with the environment. With its rich world-building and player-driven choices, Avowed delivers a classic Obsidian RPG experience with a fresh, modern approach. Cyberpunk 2077. At launch, Cyberpunk sparked a lot of controversy, but after several major updates and the release of the Phantom Liberty expansion, the game has finally reached its full potential. CD Projekt Red has crafted an outstanding RPG with a living, breathing Night City, a non-linear story, and memorable characters. Players take on the role of a mercenary striving for immortality in a cyberpunk world. The game offers a huge variety of quests, a deep progression system, and dozens of weapons and high-tech gadgets. Phantom Liberty introduced a new storyline with a spy thriller atmosphere, a revamped progression system, and overall gameplay improvements, making the experience truly engaging. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. After years of anticipation, BioWare has finally returned with a new chapter in the legendary Dragon Age saga, and the Veilguard has lived up to fans' expectations. The world of Thedas is once again on the brink of catastrophe. The tearing of the veil has unleashed chaos, demons have flooded into the mortal world, and old enemies have resurfaced, threatening civilization itself. One of the game's standout features is its companions. In true BioWare fashion, they are deep, charismatic, and emotionally compelling, with their fates shaped by the player's choices. The combat system has also evolved, making battles more dynamic while retaining their strategic depth. The Veilguard features a vast world full of secrets, and its twisting narrative keeps players constantly weighing the consequences of their decisions. Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2. The second installment of Kingdom Come continues the story of Henry, an ordinary blacksmith who finds himself caught in the middle of medieval intrigue, war, and the fight for justice. Developers at Warhorse Studios have once again emphasized realism, historical accuracy, and a non-linear story, where every decision impacts the world around the player. Gameplay has become even deeper, the combat system has been improved, new survival mechanics have been introduced, and interactions with NPCs feel more natural. The medieval world is now more alive, featuring dynamic events, an expanded economy, and the ability to participate in large-scale battles. If the first game captivated players with its atmosphere and attention to detail, then Deliverance 2 takes these concepts to the next level. And that's it. These 20 RPGs from the past 5 years showcase just how diverse and immersive the genre can be. Each one is unique in its own way, yet they all share the ability to draw players into their worlds for dozens, if not hundreds of hours. Which of these games is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next adventure.